Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe and this is UFC Collect Profit. So we have a little bit of an unexpected video today, a little bit of a special edition. So there is an amazing set of 2010 Topps UFC knockout cards numbered out of 8, all autographed, ending on eBay tonight via DC Sports Consignment. So it looks like a longtime UFC collector decided to consign their Raw collection to DC Sports. They listed it on eBay, and they're all ending tonight. There's about 70 cards, give or take, in the collection. And there's also some other older cards in there as well, but the 2010 knockout out of 8, the red parallel, is the star of the show. So I'm going to go through these cards, just to enjoy them, because you don't see these cards pop up too often, especially this many at once. I've never seen it happen. But also I want to see which ones I can bid on to add to my collection. So let's get started. So the Nate Marquette, let's take a look at this card. Very simple card, not a lot going on here, but you see the fencing of the cage kind of is a soft part of the background with the white, kind of an angular, I would say, a very aggressive accent with the red, with the black name, and then you have the serial number here out of 8. So cool rawness to the card. And, you know, this card's 15 years old. It's the second year of Topps UFC, so it's a piece of history. So I'm going to go through these real quick and see if I can even find comps. I'm going to do this pretty quick because there's a lot of cards to go through and I may end up skipping some. But I just want to get an idea. So this last sold at auction, this isn't even the card. So this is the non-auto red base, where this is the red autograph. So like, to try to put a value on this card, like, good luck. You're probably better off looking at knockout auto out of 8 just in general. And then like going from there. So like a Junior Santos did 52. That's not the card. That's not the card. It's a relic. The John Jones out of 8 authentic did 750. And again, you're picking up a lot of the 88, 188s and the 88s. I mean, this is that 1 out of 8. So again, like, to try to price some of these is almost impossible. It just basically comes down like, if you want it, you got to buy it. The Tank Abbott out of 8. First auto did 500. That card is so cool. Like, check that out. With the first designation on there, the foil stamp. But yeah, like, I don't know enough about these cards price-wise, and I'm not familiar with Nate Marquette. I've heard the name before, but I don't know like how to rank him or his collectability. I know his first one, we looked it up initially. These are the ones I was just doing research on. But yeah, so I think I'm going to try to focus on the names that I know. So like, obviously you know Anderson Silva. So we'll pull this up. Man, I love looking at the history of this and like what was going on at UFC at the time. Like, the company was just getting off the ground. They were struggling to get support from, I mean, the fans obviously supported it from the beginning, but not as many like the hardcore people did, but just politically and with business relationships, the pay-per-view, cable companies, like knowing a little bit about the history of UFC and reading about it now in the book. I think it's called Cage Fighters. It's a history of the UFC. I forget the name of the book. But like, it was a struggle every step of the way. And I think that just mimics the beauty of the sport and how the business lined up with, you know, the same struggles as well. But anyway, let's see if we can find the Silva. So the 188 did 54. The 88 did 240 back in 2021. Like, there's not even a comp for this. Like, I don't even know how you do the math on this. Like, if the 188 did 54, like, how do you even compare that to the out of 8? I mean, even on the cards like this, like the corners are a little bit white, but the grade doesn't even matter on this. Like if you were to slab this, you'd probably do it authentic anyway, just to protect it. But I mean, just a cool piece of history. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I probably should have thought out a little bit of a better plan for this video, but I kind of just did it off the cuff. I wonder if there's any 2009 autos, maybe. So like this one, not numbered, did 600. Oh, I didn't know he's on an upper deck product. How cool is that? Wow. Doesn't even look like the same person did the autograph. Like, look how different that autograph is versus this one. It's pretty wild. Always worry about that, you know, like who really signed the card. Like collectors assume it is and the companies say it is, but I always wonder about that. Like, did their mother sign the card? Did their brother? Wow, look at this. And out of 25, red ink did 6,600. This is the second year out of 8, so even rarer than this. I mean, I'm going to put a bid in on this at 300. I doubt I'll win it, but we'll give it a shot. Probably should have signed into this sooner. Sorry about that. I think 300, I'd under 323.23. Not 3,000, 323.23. I'm not going to win the card, but you never know. Let's keep it moving a little bit. Rick Franklin, Ryan Bader. So some of these do have relics. Shane Carwin, Arisia Faber, Mike Brown out of 15, red ink. Tito Ortiz out of 8. This one is not unsigned. I'm not going to focus on that. Ooh, that's cool. What's this one? Tito Ortiz, 2010 Topps Knockout, 1 of 1. Wow. I doubt that card has ever popped before. Let's find out. Could be wrong. It has. So it sold caught almost 3 years ago for 150. Before that, it went for, this one's auto jersey. It's this one here. This is it, number 61. Yeah, 61. So it went for 150. It's at 157. I'm going to put a bid on this. I'm going to do 225.01. I just picked up a Tito Ortiz 1 of 1 Chaos insert. I think that's from Finest, if I recall. I paid 300 for that, so paying 221 for this, I feel pretty comfortable with. Again, like this is like pure history. I know we keep saying that over and over again, but the cultural impact of these cards and what it means now, I don't think can be understated. So we got a Stephen Bonner, part of the greatest fight in UFC history, to spawn this with Forrest Griffin. Man, cool card. Not going to bid on it, but cool. Rashad Evans, notable nicknames out of 25. Here are the ones back out of 8. Antonio Rodrigo, relic out of 8, auto. Ryan Bader, relic out of 8, auto. Ooh, here's a cool one. Liddell. Let's check this one out. Chuck Liddell, 8 out of 8, red parallel auto. Let's see if this has ever sold before. So the base out of 8 did 108. Oh, here we go. So this sold earlier in the year. A similar card is 8 out of 8. This is the 7 out of 8. So not the same card, did 200 for the 7 out of 8. Wow, here's another one. What are the odds of that? Oh, the 7 out of 8. So somebody bought it for 158 by auction, and then they sent it out to DC Sports for auction. It did 108. No, sorry, it did. I totally messed it up. Let's start over again. So somebody bought it for 158 and then sold it fixed price for 199 after fees. They made a couple bucks. I wonder why they sold it. Maybe they needed the money, or maybe they were going to grade it and it didn't do what it was supposed to do. I'm going to bid on this. So if it did 200, I would feel comfortable matching that. So I'll do 200.23. It's gonna be an expensive day if I win these, but it's worth it. These cards never come up, or very rarely. So I'm gonna pull these aside. We got some heavy hitters coming up. Got the Tito Ortiz out of 8. Let's see if that one's ever sold before. So the base. So the auto did 97, wow, 4 years ago. I'm gonna put a bid on this one. I'm gonna do one. Once you get these cards, like the cool thing about bidding on cards like this is that once you get it, and if you want to throw it on eBay, you could basically name your price. Like you could throw these up for like 300 or best offer and just wait. So I like that you kind of corner the market. The St. Pierre out of 8. Let's see if this has been sold recently. No. Ooh, that's a sick card. Holy cow, look at that. From knockout to triple threads, 1 out of 3. What'd that go for? 420. Let's not get distracted. Still got a lot of cards to go here. So I don't see a comp for this. It's a 215. I'm going to bid 253.23. I feel comfortable there. Let's keep it going. We did the Ortiz. We did, here's the big one. This card is an absolute monster. John Jones, 1 out of 8. I mean, you can make an argument that I probably shouldn't have bid on anything else and save all my money for this. You could make that argument. This card recently sold. What number is this? So the 5 out of 8 with an authentic and 9 auto. So 9 auto because of the smear and the lightness there. So there's no smear on this one. So I'm assuming like that looks like a 10 auto to me. It's definitely better than this. So let's assume 10 autos. Corners are beat up, but it's expected on these dark cards. Like you're not going to be able to get rid of that. 743 2 months ago. You can make the argument 743 was a steal. Another one, the 2 out of 8 did 800 SGC. I don't know why anyone would ever agree with this card with SGC. Oh, authentic with color added. So somebody tried to alter the card and add color, I'm assuming to the corners or one of the corners with a 10 auto. So even with the color, it did 800. So how does that happen that the color did 800 in 2024? See, it's like the price swings in this market are so fascinating to me. But when you sell the card at auction, like that's part of the problem is that if you don't have the bidders, like what if there were 10 people? Wow, it just bumped up to 806 because it's ending at 24 minutes. But what if there's 10 people in the world that really would like break the bank on this card and 6 of them were busy tonight? Or maybe one of them went to the Hawks Heat game that I'm watching on the TV above me. Like, I just think doing the auction, you have potential for upside, but I think to buy now for these cards is the move. But this already went to 806. I mean, assuming the card isn't colored, which you risk buying it raw, but I don't think this card is colored because if it was colored, they didn't do a good job. And I think you'd see bleed through on the back edges as well. So assuming it's not colored, man, like what do you even bid on this? I mean, this is a true grail without a doubt. There's only 8 in the world. And it is a 10 auto, in my opinion, based on this image. I think I'm going to go 8. I think I'm going to go 900.01. I'd feel comfortable adding that for $900. Keep it moving. Royce Gracie, look at this one. The Royce Gracie Relic. Fighter Gear Relic. Does not come from a specific match where that wording Royce Gracie out of 8 with Relic. That's kind of sick. Let's see what that goes for. So the one out of 88 did 177. I think you're going to see some nukes prices and bids on these cards. I don't think I'm going to win one of these cards, in my opinion. I think this is going to bring out every whale in the UFC community tonight, and they're going to set records. That's my opinion. I'm going to bid 265.23 on that one. Speed this up a touch. I'm not even off the first page yet. St. Pierre, red ink. This one's out of 15. Let's see if this is sold. It has not. Let's just narrow down the search. So it has sold. Here we go. So the red ink 2 years ago did 375. Like, how do you value that? I guess you can comp other red inks. So let's see, knockout red ink out of 15. What is so recently? The John Doe's at 1,800. My Lord. Oof. The Ortiz did 161. Mark Coleman did 260. 205. I mean, these are, I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but I'm going to keep repeating myself. May never get a chance to buy one of these again. I'm going 250.23. My gosh. I have like $2,000 in bids already. Let's keep it moving. What else do we have? So this is a separate auction, the Khabib Gold Refractor. I'm not going to bid on that, but I just set that on my watch. This one too, the John Jones. I'm not going to bid on that, but I set that on my watch because it was on DC Sports Auction as well. Keep it going to stay focused. Oh, here we go. It's like the third or fourth variation of Anderson Silva's signature I've seen. Interesting. Let's see what this goes for. If I do red ink, let me do Silva. I get lucky. Here we go. So an 8.5 with a 10 auto did 425 2 years ago. 3 out of 15. This is the 10 out of 15. And we are going to be, there are going to be some benchmarks set tonight. I'm going to bid 523 on that one. Let's keep it going. Severin, that one's cool. Frank Mir, Frankie Edgar. Now we're back to that at 8s. Nate Diaz, that's a big number. Man. Ooh, here we go. Randy Couture. Auto comes off the sticker on the bottom. Not a huge fan of that. I don't like how these scroll buttons on the desktop version of eBay like covers the card. Like, can't we figure out a better way to do this? Like, can't these be on the edge here at the bottom down here? Like, why do they got to be covering the card? I don't like that. So this is the out of 8. Let's see if we can find one. Out of 8. This is the Relic. These are 2016. I mean, you can't even go by that. I'm going to throw a bid on this one as well. I'm going to do 123.23. I know his autos get some decent money. I actually have an auto his over here. Where is it? That I just picked up. Where is it? Is it here in the other pile? Here we go. So this is from, make sure I can read this, 2009. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Topps Randy Couture on auto, gorgeous autograph. But anyway, back to the mission at hand here. He always comes off the, like the Randy. The Y always cuts off the sticker at the bottom. It's pretty consistent. Did we put a bid on that one? We did. Let's keep it moving. So we did the Randy, Wanderlei Silva, Faber, Rutin, Balharis, Coleman, Kevin Randleman. Man, I was a huge fan of his. Here's a couple of beast cars. John Jones 1-on-1 out of Anthology, Panini. Sick card. Man. With the Valentina. Topps Chrome rookie out of 50. What does this card go for? Just out of curiosity. So a 9 did 800 2 years ago. What does the raw go for? It's gonna be a 4-figure card without a doubt. Maybe not. PSA 8 did 330. The BGS recently did 600. This is its 7. Huh. Interesting. So 9 did 800 2 years ago. A 9.5 did, yeah. I don't know. The one thing I worry about with her is a lot of people don't like her fight style. And they say she's boring. I'm a fan of dominance in a sport or in an athletic endeavor, whether it's a team or an individual fighter. But style does count to some extent, and people just don't like her fighting style most of the time. I don't know if that's basically like hardcore UFC people or if that's more of like general fans. I think it's more of the general fans. I think the hardcore people appreciate her dominance, but you know, hardcore people, there are hardcore people that watch UFC that don't collect cards at all, and there's people that only watch UFC from time to time and they're obsessed with cards. So you gotta be careful like getting mixed opinions on that and letting it mix up your judgment or kind of misguide you. All it is a data point, but it certainly, I don't know, isn't the end all be all. Wow, Jose Aldo with hair, check that out. Let's look at this. The Relic Auto, let's see if we can find a comp on that. So the auto without the Relic, holy cow, $882? That was over a year ago. And then the red out of 1 out of 8 did 525 a couple months ago. What does this even go for then? Like, holy cow, is this an $800 card? It might be. Nate Diaz with the O'Malley refractor, which I set out of 10. I'm a Sean O'Malley fan. Not because I don't think he's good or he's not fun to watch. Just as far as collecting, not my type of fighter to collect for one reason or another. The Silva out of 8, 3-color pat. It looks like 3 colors: black, white, yellow. Let's see what this goes for. This is from 2012. Out of 8, nothing. And this is the 8 out of 8. So the octagon bookend, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put a bid on this just because I think the card is sick. I'm going to do 400.23. I think we're crossing like 3,000 in bids tonight. And I would bet, if I were to bet $1, I guarantee I don't win one card. And that is irritating, but also I got to keep focus on what my mission is here. My mission is not to build the best single card UFC collection in the world. I mean, there's somebody that already probably has that, UFC Card Father. If you're not familiar with him, check him out on Instagram. He does all the big shows. He has the best single card UFC collection in the world. And try to topple him, you'd have to get the cards from him and then build on top of that. So good luck with that. But do I think there's a chance I could be the best UFC sealed box collector in the world? Absolutely, without a doubt. I don't know too many people that collect UFC sealed. And I've been accumulating at such a brisk pace over the past year, especially ramping it up the past 6 months. I don't know. I think it's my race to lose at this point. If I just got to keep the foot on the pedal, keep my eye open for deals, and not waste too much money on singles. But I think I can buy some of these, add to my PC, but also hold on to them and sell them down the road, and then get more money and ammunition to buy sealed. It's a life cycle of collecting. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You do this the way you want to do it and the way that feels right. As long as you don't hurt anybody and you're honest in your dealings, you have fun doing it, you build some good relations, you never know. So to get back to this, the out of 8 without the relic did 200. I'm going to put a bid on this with the relic. I'm going to try 200. I'm going to try 223.23. We'll add that. That's done. Sonnen, Ellenberger, Maynard, the Randy again. I already bid on my Randy. I'm good with that. Here's the other one I remember seeing, the John Jones. 2010 knockout, John Jones. Out of 8. It's basically this here with the bones, but with the relic added. I'm not going to win it, but I'm going to bid 1,000.23. Let's keep going. Cost check out of 15. Randleman again. And I think that's it. I think, is that? Yeah, this is, these are all in tomorrow. So these are the run of it. So that pretty much concludes the video. I just wanted to show you me going through the cards, kind of reliving a little bit of history, looking at some of these amazing old UFC cards, but also like showing my bids. So many bids that I end up seeing, like even these, like I lost on the UFC Prism box, which I'm pissed at. I should have went higher. To lose out on this for 12 bucks is irritating, but I'm going to delete that. This Gordie Howe card is this rookie card, SJC1. I thought I could have balled this and flipped it for 3. I didn't win it anyway, so we delete that. So we bid 13 snipes, Silva, auto out of 8, Ortiz, 1 of 1. The Liddell, auto out of 8, Ortiz, auto out of 8, St. Pierre, auto out of 8, the John Jones, auto out of 8, the Gracie Relic, auto out of 8, the St. Pierre red ink that was out of 15, Silva red ink out of 15, Couture out of 8, Silva out of 8 with the relic, Liddell out of 8 with the relic, and the Jones out of 8 with the relic. 13. I doubt I win 1, but I'm definitely going to enjoy watching these end tonight. So that sums up the video. That's all I got. So please like and comment if you enjoyed watching the video today. It really helps out the algorithm. I do appreciate it. Please subscribe for daily UFC content. I post a video every single day. The 1 or 2 times where I didn't post a video, I post 2 videos the next day. But that rarely happens. But, you know, I at least make up for it if nothing else. So with all that being said, please stay safe, take care of yourself, and enjoy the hobby. You know, something to think about too is, you know, most of my feed on social media show the hobby negativity about weird issues with grading companies, auction houses, you know, maybe bad actors and other avenues and part of this hobby. Just remember, like, you choose to engage in this hobby at the level you see fit. And everything you do, you have a choice. You can choose to grade or not. You can choose to use eBay or not. You can choose to consign with people or not. It may not seem like it, but you have free reign to engage this hobby as you see fit. And if what you're doing in this hobby causes you stress or anxiety, or you're not having fun doing it or enjoying the journey, I mean, I can enjoy going on eBay and not winning any cards at all and not adding to my collection, but just looking at cool cards like this that pop up. Yes, if I win some of these, I'll be stunned and I'll be very happy. But just going through this and sharing this with you and talking through some of these cards and the history of UFC and seeing like a young John Jones here and like wondering what he was thinking during this photo shoot. What did he think of his career? How was he training at the time? What were the expectations? Like all those type of things like are just fun to think about. But, you know, don't lose sight of your enjoyment and protect that and be selfish with it. That's all I got. Have a good night, everyone.